What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the deliciously dank Dr. Disaster, and word has just come out from someone who works at Ubisoft, confirming what we have been saying about the company and what things look like with regards to Assassin's Creed Shadows.
It's over. We are screwed.
The Game Developers Conference is being held in San Francisco this week, and a reporter there spoke with a member of the Assassin's Creed Shadows development team, who admitted that yes, this game simply must perform exceptionally well, or else Ubisoft is in serious trouble. Among other things, this adds credence to the rumors that Assassin's Creed Shadows has an absolutely massive budget, and considering that the game is 2 days removed from release and they just cracked the top 10 bestsellers on Steam yesterday, things must be nerve-wracking for the executives at Ubisoft. I'll bet they're wishing at this stage that they had played it safe and made the game that gamers expected with a Japanese Assassin's Creed, instead of subverting our expectations with crap like the Yasuki situation. But as a Schadenfreude enthusiast, I must confess that I find it infinitely amusing to imagine them squirming at this stage.
He's losing his mind. And I'm reaping all the benefits.
Alright, me hearties, make sure that you hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and consider supporting the channel by becoming a member. An exciting new project that you won't want to miss out on will be announced soon for members only. I can't give away anything quite yet, but I will say that it is an opportunity to build culture. It occurs to me that we can't just complain and mock these bad actors like Ubisoft. We have to actively work towards something better. But anyhow, let's talk about this news of a developer from the Assassin's Creed Shadows team telling everyone that the game must be an extremely big seller in order for Ubisoft to consider it a success. We have been saying this for quite some time around here, so it's rewarding to be vindicated by news like this. The speculation is that the game's budget, when you factor in marketing, is somewhere in the neighborhood of $400 million. If this is true, then simple math tells you that they need to sell somewhere around 7.5 million units at full price in order to break even on the game. The average cost of the game is $70, and the platform on which the game is sold always takes roughly a 25% cut, whether that be the PlayStation Store, Xbox, Steam, or a retailer. But anyhow, after that cut, they make $52.50 per unit sold, and 400 million divided by that number is right around 7.5 million. Even if the budget isn't that high, even if the budget is, say, only $300 million, that still requires around 5.5 million copies sold at full price in order to break even, and that number just doesn't seem realistic. But let's read about the Assassin's Creed Shadows development team confirming what we have been saying, that if the game performs just moderately, they are in some trouble. The article says, in an admission that will come as little surprise to the larger player population, a member of the Assassin's Creed Shadows dev team has confirmed that the upcoming franchise entry is shaping up to be a make-or-break moment for Ubisoft as a whole. This insight into the French developer's shaky standing was provided to the public courtesy of a March 16th report from a BFM Tech & Company reporter, speaking speaking to a number of Shadows devs ahead of the upcoming 2025 Game Developers Conference, this reporter was told by one anonymous team member that they were aware just how much was riding on the game's success, and thus had used the extra time afforded to them by the game's second delay to really try and hammer out its issues. With this in mind, considering how many months now they've spent supposedly hammering out the game's issues, it will be interesting to watch gameplay footage of the title when it releases to see how buggy it is. The last footage that I saw appears to be quite sloppy yet, which is par for the course with how this company typically operates. Everyone remembers Star Wars Outlaws from last year as an example. That game was decried as an absolutely buggy mess when it released, and it appears as though Ubisoft is under the impression that this was the only reason the game failed, so they are going hard trying to correct this issue. But reading on, the article continues, "If the game performs moderately, we're really in trouble," said the dev. "If Shadows sells very well, we'll be able to start breathing a sigh of relief." Another noted, "The teams crunched like never before to finish it. They really needed that extra month. There are seniors who worked every day to complete it," they added. "It was pretty crazy." So there it is, the admission that the game has to be a massive success in order to keep the company afloat. The question is, though, what is considered moderate, and what is considered selling really well? Assassin's Creed Valhalla is the most successful game in the franchise, having sold 1.8 million copies in its first week, but the budget for that game was reportedly around $160 million. With marketing, it's likely around $200 million. So, I've seen several commenters in my videos whining about me having unfair expectations for this game. Yesterday, as an example, I said that if the game only sells 1 million units in its first couple of days, that would likely be a disappointment for the company. The Ubisoft defenders lose their minds over stuff like that, saying that that's unfair because that number isn't too far off from the Valhalla numbers. But what they fail to understand is that, first of all, everything is relative. Context is extremely important. Budget dictates whether or not this is considered a success. I'm not just making things up and changing imaginary goalposts. We are attempting to base our conclusions on whatever numbers we have available. And second of all, and this context might be the most important of all, but I suspect that this game is going to suffer a major drop-off in people buying it after the first few days, similar to something like Dragon Age the Veilguard. Of course, every game suffers this to a certain extent, but some games have a drop-off more than others. Due to the controversies that games like Assassin's Creed Shadows or Dragon Age the Veilguard, due to the stuff that they embrace, there is a major run from the people who either don't care about the controversies and just want to buy the game because it says Dragon Age or Assassin's Creed in the title, or from the people who actively want the controversies in the game. But after that, the well runs dry. The word of mouth is typically bad with these sorts of controversial games, and they really lose sales after that. They don't get the same trickle of purchases that others might. So yeah, what they end up with in the first week or so, that might really be it for them. But I'm going to leave it there. What do you think the sales numbers will look like for this game? Will it sell moderately well, really well, or will it sell like shit? Drop your thoughts into the comment section below, and we will talk there. Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your Admiral is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.